As soon he feels the power, he feels everything, it's gonna be the same.
There's no way Crawford can hurt you.
We need to be very focused and be careful. Anybody can carry you, right? But if you're smart and you know how to box and everything, it's very...
Canelo has delivered a fiery warning. Terence Crawford can't just stand in front of him. If Crawford wants this fight, he has to come prepared to trade punches, not run and expect Canelo to do the work.
Only running that I'm going to be doing is running upside his head, and I can assure you that.
Do you have any concern that there's going to be any running in this fight?
I hope not. I think Crawford is not that kind of fighter. He's a different. He box, and I like that. But what I know is he's a good fighter, very smart fighter, and very disciplined. He needs to get credit for that. But I am too.
Canelo made it clear he wasn't just talking. He pointed out the gap between good fighters and the truly elite opponents Crawford has faced in the past. Canelo stressed that he plans to take everything Crawford has and promised their clash will be a true pound-for-pound battle.
I don't say anything like I'm lying or I'm facts. He faced maybe good fighters, but there is a difference between good fighters and elite fighters.
I'm going to just keep it real. I'm hunting him. I'm hunting everything that he got.
Two of the best pound for pound is going to face each other. Yeah, he's going to find out September.
Jaron Ennis, who recently made headlines for reportedly sparring with Canelo, shared his prediction for the upcoming fight. He leaned slightly in Canelo's favor, noting that Canelo has faced bigger names, naturally stronger opponents, and has years of experience competing at super middleweight.
I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo because, like I said before, he been putting big guys out and down. And Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe. And he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So,
on the other hand, Crawford is stepping into completely uncharted territory. This will be his first time moving up to a new division, and many believe such a drastic leap may be risky. It's been suggested that Crawford should first test himself at middleweight before jumping straight into a showdown with the undisputed champion.
A great fight, the fans want to see it, so, so be it. I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight, at like 60, or like at least at 60, just to get his body, to feeling of somebody a little bit bigger, and things like that. I know when you go up a weight, you gotta, develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavier and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now, but I think he should, just to stay sharp and that way he don't have like a long layoff or anything like that.
Though Bay shared his thoughts on Canelo's choice of sparring partners, noting that while Jaron Boots Ennis isn't the same type of fighter as Terence Crawford, he still provides valuable preparation. Bay explained that Ennis's athleticism, his switch-hitting style, and ability to improvise bring an unpredictability that in some ways mirrors Crawford. He said Boots may not be Crawford, but his mindset and versatility make him a real asset in camp. Bay also pointed out that neither side is leaving anything to chance. The sheer number of sparring partners coming into both training camps shows just how seriously Canelo and Crawford are taking this matchup. To him, even the sparring selections are proof that this fight is being treated as a truly elite showdown.
And I just think the sparring for this fight is elite on both sides. I think that they both taking each other seriously. You could tell that by sparring partners that they brought in. And I'm just kind of anxious to see the fight. Like going into the fight, I just didn't like the fact that Terence Crawford had to go up 2 weight classes.
Bay admitted that while he's excited for the fight, he does have some personal concerns. He pointed out that Crawford is being pushed to move up 2 full weight classes, something he feels is especially difficult at this stage. Speaking openly as a fan rather than a coach, Bay said he didn't like the idea of seeing Crawford, who he considers one of the best, forced into such a demanding jump.
Just didn't really like that. I mean, being honest, as a black boxing fan, when I take my coaching hat off, like, no, I don't want to see our best fighter have to go up 2 weight classes. I don't like that. But you think about it and you like, well, look, first of all, I don't want to deny that man. I wouldn't want to say nothing or even have it in my heart to deny that man that kind of financial like blessing that he gonna get from fighting Canelo. Not only that, he chasing greatness. So you look at Terence Crawford's resume, we ain't always been too great on his resume. He fought Earl Spence. This Canelo fight, I just feel like it's turning his resume into an all-time.
Crawford's strength coach, Cadet Fortune, revealed that the champ has been training intensely in the mountains, pushing himself harder than ever. He said Crawford is in phenomenal shape and preparing to surprise the world. Fortune believes this fight will be historic, and his strong faith in Crawford's power and greatness is adding even more excitement to the upcoming showdown.
Listen, I get a lot of texts asking how I'm doing, how camp is going, so I figured I could just put it up in one post. So I'm in the mountains. This dude's about to beat the brakes off Canelo and be the greatest boxer of all time, and I get to play a part in it. All is well, truly well. We good. I'm good. I'm real.
VZ has been putting everything into his training camp ahead of the Crawford clash. Those in the gym say his sparring sessions are intense, with every punch thrown as if it's fight night. He's not just focusing on volume, but sharpening his explosive power, digging into brutal body shots, and perfecting the uppercuts that have long been his trademark. Canelo knows that Crawford's speed and skill will demand the sharpest version of himself. That's why he's been relentless in conditioning, pounding the bags, and grinding through heavy sparring. Every session shows his intent. This is a champion preparing to unleash every ounce of power once the bell rings in Las Vegas. Ade Oladipo shared his take on the matchup, saying Crawford's approach will center on pure boxing and dominance. He noted that the size difference means Canelo will press forward hard, which could put Crawford under real pressure since he's stepping in at a weight much heavier than ever before. Oladipo stressed that sparring is one thing, but competing under the bright lights with those extra pounds is an entirely different challenge.
Never about him hurting Canelo. I think this is about him just outboxing and dominating him from that standpoint. The size would suggest to me that he actually wants to have a go at Canelo, which could impact Crawford, because ultimately he's fighting at a weight that's way heavier than he's ever done before. And sparring's one thing. Under the bright lights and carrying the extra weight could be another thing. So I don't know. I feel like he's going for the kill. Maybe we're going to see an Errol Spence-like performance, but I would prefer him to stay quite.
Adola expanded on his earlier thoughts by downplaying the size factor. He admitted Canelo is naturally strong, but pointed out he's not a giant like David Benavidez. Fans, he said, shouldn't expect Canelo to walk in the ring at 200 pounds. For Adola, this matchup isn't simply about body size, it's about skill. And when it comes to pure boxing ability, he leaned toward Crawford.
Canelo's not the biggest. Canelo's not going to come into the ring at 200 pounds. It's not Benavidez. So this shouldn't need to be a size thing. I think this is a skill thing. And if it's a skill thing, my money goes on Crawford. So he doesn't need to be as big as he's looking right.
Terence "Bud" Crawford is being praised for his courage, but also criticized in parts of the boxing world for jumping straight to super middleweight to face Canelo Alvarez. By skipping middleweight entirely, he has drawn mixed reactions from fans, coaches, and even former fighters. Manny Robles gave a balanced view. He praised Canelo for his recent form, noting that the Mexican star has delivered strong performances on big stages and reminded the world why he's among boxing's elite.
Very highly anticipated, the Canelo versus Crawford fight.
Man, that's a great fight, but you're only as good as your last fight. And so we all know that Canelo didn't look too hot in his last fight, and obviously the opponent didn't help very much. He's a big guy, super middleweight, strong, solid. He's fought everybody there is to fight, with the exception of Benavidez.
Robles also acknowledged Crawford's brilliance. He described him as an exceptional fighter with a rare ability to switch styles mid-fight. He highlighted Crawford's counterpunching as one of the most dangerous weapons in boxing today. For Robles, The combination of Canelo's momentum and Crawford's versatility makes this fight nearly impossible to call, leaving him unwilling to pick a side.
You have Crawford, man, pound for pound, who I consider the best fighter in the world between him and Inoue. He's just a remarkable fighter, man. He's got the total package. He can switch from conventional to southpaw. Nobody does it better. A great counter puncher, great boxer, great ring generalship. He can fight if he chooses to. So it'd be dangerous to sit there and fight someone like Canelo, but that's just, I don't know, man. That's a toss-up. It's a 50-50 fight.
Do you see that 50-50?
Yeah, it's a 50.
Sean Porter made a bold prediction in favor of Crawford. He admitted the fight is razor close and a 50-50 on paper, but said his confidence continues to grow that Crawford will overcome what many view as the toughest challenge of his career.
I think Crawford's going to get the job done. I am officially picking Crawford to win this fight. It is still 50-50, but obviously...
he says that till he goes to Canelo.
I'm obviously going to say that this is a 60-40 fight, and I have Crawford winning this fight. Crawford's going to win this fight doing something that nobody's done to Canelo.
Jojo Diaz offered his perspective, stressing that Canelo's raw power could be the deciding factor. He called the fight explosive, action-packed, and high-level, but warned that Crawford has never dealt with the type of punching power Canelo brings.
Canelo versus Crawford, who you got?
I got Canelo winning. I think Canelo's gonna knock him out. But
I think Canelo's gonna hurt him.
I think he's just too powerful, man, too strong. I hope Terence Crawford does well and stuff, man, because I love the way he fights, and he's a hell of a fighter, and I respect him as well too. So I hope he puts up a good fight and everything. But at the end of the day, man, Canelo, if he catches you, dude, it's gonna knock.
Diaz further explained that when Canelo lands clean, the momentum of a fight can change instantly. Looking back at history, he reminded fans how many top opponents couldn't withstand Canelo's best shots. He suggested that Crawford may face the same outcome if those punches land.
At the end of the day, I always say this. He took Golovkin's biggest hit, and he took Bivol' biggest hit. I don't think Crawford could knock him out.
I think Terence Crawford can knock Canelo out if he catches him, because with Gennady Golovkin hit harder, but he was a lot slower. Yeah. So when Canelo's seen the punches coming, he's able to embrace. I think if Terence Crawford catches Canelo with a shot that he doesn't see coming, boom, then he could hurt him.
You think so?
Yeah.
Sean Zittel shifted the conversation to legacy. He said for Canelo, this fight is not only about dominance at super middleweight, but about strengthening his claim as one of the sport's all-time greats. For Crawford, it's an even bigger risk. He's attempting to become undisputed in a third weight class, something no fighter has ever achieved in the four-belt era. Still, Zittel warned Crawford can't simply try to outbox Canelo with speed and movement like Billy Joe Saunders or Caleb Plant. That strategy, he said, has failed before.
What you say makes sense, though. If Crawford's going to win this fight, he'll surprise people in the fashion he does it in. Because a lot of people picking Crawford, they think foot speed and turn Canelo all night. And I'm like, nah, he's
born victor?
No, it's just he's definitely a lot better than the guys of the last couple years who have tried to beat Canelo.
While Zittel admitted Crawford is more talented than those fighters, he stressed that the same blueprint won't work. If Crawford is to win, it will take a fresh and unconventional approach, something the boxing world hasn't seen from him yet.
Joe, Caleb, but even though he's better than them, it didn't, that game plan, it didn't work. So it's not going to look like that if Crawford pulls this off. It's going to look different than that, to your point. I give the edge to Canelo right now. I'm picking Canelo.
As the fight nears, excitement continues to rise. ML the Professor, a super welterweight fighter, analyzed the matchup bluntly. He weighed Crawford's skills against the reality of weight classes. He reminded fans that in boxing, size is not just a number on the scale, it's a weapon.
I mean, logically, this weight class for a reason, but I think, as far as the skill sets go, Bud has all the skills required to beat Canelo Alvarez. I think he still has more bounce in his feet than Canelo's always been kind of flat-footed. Crawford has more bounce in his feet. He's a good counter puncher. He has a good jab. He has all the things that's required to be. The only thing that's playing against him, in my opinion, is just the weight class. And my whole thing is it's weight class for a reason. It's hard to fight against that.
Michael echoed similar thoughts. He praised Crawford's speed, precision, and sharp counters, but warned that moving up in weight carries serious risks. He explained that every exchange at a higher division is heavier, every punch absorbed more dangerous. That, he said, turns the fight into a gamble unlike anything Crawford has faced before. His words carried both respect and awe, capturing why this bout has the boxing world so invested.